evolve of what's happening in the market and the evolve of what's happening on social media. And I think that a lot of people are, let's put it nicely, a lot of people are more concerned about how many likes they get rather than how many clients they get. And I think that's the wrong perspective, right? Like, I know some people that are excellent at the content that they bring to social media, and they get like 6 likes and 2 comments, but one of those comments is from somebody that's truly interested in purchasing or selling a home. And that's the gameplay. Like, let's be real. We want to be on social media, so we're going to attract more business, not so we become the next Mr. Beast, right? And hey, listen, if you become the next Mr. Beast, by all means, earn those millions, right? And be followed by cameras all the time. Cool, that's you. But if the gameplay is to try to sell more real estate, we're seeing a lot of changes happening in social media. And what's happening, like anything else, let's think about anything else that comes new to the market. Those who get in early win everything, right? It's the same thing for any business, right? Those who get in early win everything. Think about the early investors in Microsoft, the early investors in Apple, the early investors in Cisco, the early investors in Tesla. Like, they really made money. People who are investing in those company stocks now, they might be making money, but not in the same fashion that they did had they joined in the 80s when they went public, right? It's the same thing with any new idea that comes to the market, right? If Facebook came out, those who embraced social media won. Like, the internet came out, those who embraced the internet won, right? And those who were still on the fax machine because they didn't trust email, right? Like, my mom was one of those. I don't know about you guys, but my mom was like, I don't know about this emailing thing. Like, I just don't trust it. To this day, my mom will not text her social security number to, like, her lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, she knows it's her lawyer. She knows that she needs to give it to him. She will call him and then, like, confirm that there's no recording software going on before she gives it to him. Like, he's not going to write it on a piece of paper and then type it into a computer, right? So we just live in this world where we have this a current abundance, but it's the people who are shifting and changing and adapting to what the system is doing that are making all the changes. Once upon a time, when you posted on Facebook, all your friends saw your posts. And then Facebook got so abundant that now it's algorithm based, right? Now you post something on social media and it's going to get pushed to people who might like the type of stuff that you're posting, right? So if I go, some of you may or may not know this, but I'm the president of New World Title Texas, but I also run a small real estate team in South Florida. And so sometimes I'll go to Facebook and I will post, let's say, something about a podcast that I did or a real live world event or something. And that'll get all the views in the world because a ton of people will be looking at it, right? And then what will happen is you'll see I'll post something about, hey, I'm looking for agents to join my team here in South Florida, and that will get no views, right? Because Facebook is not going to push that to my entire community, even though, to be quite honest with you, like, I think Facebook is capped out at 5,000 people. Like, probably 4,992 of them are real estate professionals, right? And then the remaining people are the small family that I have. That's it, right? Because this is my business. This is what I'm in. And I'm on social not just to share my life, but to do some business. So social media isn't about like and views. Let's just get that out there. It's about turning conversations into closings, okay? Now, when we think about the network on how that happens, let's think about, I post something, somebody responds. The natural response that happens in today's market is you heart that response, or you give it a quick response like, thanks, but you never say thank you. And then very rarely does somebody hover over that name, hit DM, and send them a private message. Hey, thanks for commenting on my comment, man. How are you doing? Right? This is in stages, right? So if I had to take my board, if I had to write this out, I would say, Step one, post something of content that people would be relatable to. Step two, and we'll talk about relatable to in a minute. Step two, watch the comments, reply to the comments, because every time somebody comments and you reply to the comment, Facebook goes, hey, this post is getting attention, so I'm going to put it in front of more people, right? And so you go, by the way, a hack. If you have a group of friends and they're all on your WhatsApp group or a text message group or something, and you post something that wants attention, share that post with your friends and go, hey guys, would you guys mind commenting on this? And then I'm going to reply back, and it'll gain momentum in the algorithm. That's a little bit of a hack. All right, so back to the thing. We see the comments, we comment on the comment because that's going to give the algorithm momentum. But then we hover over the name, we hit that DM, and we go to a private message and we say, hey, thanks for commenting on my comment, dude. How have you been? And that is the opening to a conversation. Or maybe somebody that you don't know comments on your comment and go, hey, thanks for commenting on my post. I don't think I know you. Have we ever met before? Right? And they'll say, oh, no, we've never met. I just follow you on social media. Cool. What is it about? So where are you from? Like, this and that. Start to engage on social media. That engagement will take what we're talking about, which is forget the likes and views. Let's focus on conversations to closings, right? Because all those engagements turn into a business conversation at some point, right? I like to say, hey, did you see the post that I put about that house that I sold the other day, or that my team sold the other day, or that new company that decided to create a joint venture with us at New World Title, or whatever the case is, right? Because I'm involved in about 6 different businesses. So I have a opportunity to kind of open the door in different places. And my goal is to get as many people to work with me as I can. Very simple, right? So like set the frame on how we're going. Posting, get the leads, take them to closing, right? Now, how do you get them to the closing table? It becomes a process. You're conversing on the DM. Maybe that transfers to text message or a phone call, which then transfers to a cup of coffee somewhere, to then transfers to some showings or a listing, to then transfers to a closing table. And if I rewind that back at the coffee, if they're not looking for anything real estate related, you make them a real estate cheerleader for you. And you get them, teach them how to give you referral business. So you look at them and you say, hey, listen, I know you're not interested in anything real estate related, but here's the deal. If you ever hear the words real estate in a conversation around you, I would love for you to refer me to that person, because I need to work with as many people as I can. And you could be an amazing, amazing conduit for that to happen for me. And I appreciate you for that. Already show them love before they do anything. And when they say, yeah, I can do that for you, say, cool, this is what I want you to do. Because people without clear instructions will not do anything. This is what I want you to do. I would love for you to take me and that person and put us together on a text message. That helps edify me a little bit, right? So I'm not just a cold phone call. I'm a lot warmer because you introduced me, right? So, hey, David, this is Cassandra. Cassandra, this is David, blah, 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 right? And put us together on a text message so that I can respond to them, and then I'll move it out of that so we don't bombard you, and I'll take over from there. And that could be the absolute best thing you ever do for me. That's a game changer, right? So always remember this. If you don't give people instructions or a CTA, a call to action, if you don't tell them exactly what you need from them, they will not do it. If you create an ad on Facebook and you give the most perfect ad in the world, and at the end, you don't say, sign up by clicking the button below and fill out the registration form, they won't do it. You have to tell them exactly what you want from them, right? So again, let's go back. Respond to every comment, DM quickly, speed equals trust. All right? The faster you comment and the faster you DM them, the more they will trust you, because the more attentive you look. Post, comment, DM, phone call, appointment. That's the rhythm, right? Um, I like to look at some things where I use stories and things like that as a purposeful way of getting into people's faces. So I'm going to talk to you like in this method. I like to hook people right away. And when I like to hook people right away, what I'm talking about is the very first thing, the very first sentence, or the very first part of the video that I'm posting, or whatever, has to be attractive enough for them to want more. So that it, whether they stay to watch the video or read the rest of your post is completely dependent upon how you start that post. Right? Now, 90% of social media or 90% of buyers and sellers start their search online. We know that, right? And guess what Google is doing? If you Google my name on social media, if you go to, I'm sorry, on Google, if you Google my name, you go David Adam Kurz on Google, you know what you're going to find? A bunch of my social media posts. And you're going to find all my outlets. Google is now lifting that up because they were incapable of creating a social media brand. So they said, let's embrace the other social media brands and give them a search, right? Agents who master content never run out of leads. I'll tell you that right now. If you create video and you can master content, you will never, ever run out of leads. The biggest mistake that agents make is they confuse posting for vanity versus posting for business. Let me explain. The posts that you see that have nothing to do with a person's business, but they are, let's say, funny or attractive or sexy or whatever the case, on the boat, right? Like that kind of stuff. Those are posts for vanity. And they're not illegal. You can post them all you want, but don't expect them to turn into business. Right? A lot of people think that standing by the Lamborghini is going to create more business. It doesn't. I see it all the time. These 21-year-olds and 22-year-olds standing by a Lambo, taking a picture and saying, I do this and I do that. I'm like, dude, you're 21. I'm 49. Like, we're not even in the same page. We're not even in the same page. Right? And a lot of times those cars aren't even theirs. Right? So the key principle here is don't try to be popular, try to be profitable. That's the key. Don't try to be popular, be profitable. So I'm going to give you 4 buckets of where you can find extreme success when posting on social media. The number 1 bucket is education. Okay. So education is showing your expertise. It's market updates. It's how to buy with 3% down. It's how to buy with 1% down. It's what is title insurance, right? Short reels, TikToks, easy tips, those kinds of things, right? Call to actions have to be like DM me with the word guide and I'll send you my free checklist or something like that, right? Or DM me with the word price and I'll give you the value or value. DM me with the word value and I'll give you the value of your home, right? Simple things like that. The next bucket is going to be lifestyle and relatability, right? Show that you're human. Show behind the scenes, families, vacations, hobbies, community events, parties, events, things of that nature, things that people can feel connected to. So let's go back to you on the boat, right? You on the boat could be considered lifestyle and relatability if that's normal in the community that you're selling. I live in Miami. Therefore, that would be very relatable in the community that I'm selling. If you're posting just for vanity, doesn't make any sense. But if you're posting to show the lifestyle that your community brings, whole different thing, right? Some of you guys, look, one of my favorite things about San Antonio, Texas, particularly in San Antonio, is the food. I love, first of all, I love Mexican food, number 1. And number 2, there are some amazing Mexican restaurants in San Antonio. Then you have the Riverwalk in downtown. And then you have some really cool loungy spots. And then you have some very upscale spots. And then you have like The Rock. And then you have like all these different places that you could be showcasing video from. I would be doing restaurant videos all the time if I lived in San Antonio, right? To show people where they could eat, where they can go out to. I would be at The Rock. I would be on the river. I would be showcasing specific things about San Antonio that people may or may not know. There are people in San Antonio that don't know about those places. So catch their attention. Number 3 bucket. So far we have education. That's number 1. Number 2 is relatability and lifestyle. Number 3 is proof and authority. How do I build trust? So those are like the just closed post, right? Like I just closed on a property. Those are your just closed posts. But when you post a picture of a house that just closed, why not post it with the family in front of it? And why not tell the story of this family? You don't have to give their names. You don't have to put the address. You don't have to break their privacy. You don't have to put any personal information. But you could say, this amazing family came to me 3 months ago looking for a home, and we were able to get them qualified with my premier lender, blah, 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 blah. And after a few weeks of searching, we found the perfect home, and we had some hiccups along the way. But thankfully, myself and my team were able to overcome most of those hiccups, and we did something amazing for this family. We helped them purchase their first home, right? Like, dude, that's a story. Storytell this, not just a picture, but give a story behind it, right? Testimonials, like people. What if you ask the family, hey, can I record a testimonial from you? And they're going to say, sure. Invest in some little microphones that go right here on the shirt, and they'll just plug right into your phone, and give them a mic. They could just hold it. They don't even need to put it in the shirt. They could just hold it and just say, hey, man, so tell me about your home buying experience, and let them talk about the experience and about you. Post that testimonial. By the way, those testimonials should be on your YouTube. They should be on your Facebook. They should be on your Instagram. They should be on your LinkedIn. They should be on your website. They should be on your real estate website for sure, right? All of those testimonials should be available, okay? Before and after client journeys, right? Posting like, just started working with this family, and then look at this family has closed, right? What an amazing opportunity, right? Before and after photo, like all of you sitting together at the kitchen table, and then you handing them the keys in front of the new house, right? Like those are cool photos, okay? Bucket number 4 is direct call to action. This is when you're just inviting them to take the next step. Look, man, I know you follow me on social media. What a great post this is, by the way. Look, man, I know you follow me on social media, and you know I sell real estate. DM me the words real estate if you are interested in buying or selling in today's market, because I am available to show properties in the coming 10 days. Let's go. Just DM me. Simple post, a lot of fun, right? I push our sales team to do stuff like that in the title side, right? Hey, real estate agents, I know I work with New World Title. I know you know. So what's it going to take for me to get my name on your listing? DM me and let me know. Sometimes that opens up the door for just 1 or 2 people. How amazing would that be if you just got 1 or 2 extra clients just now, right? So from post to appointment, we're going post, comment, DM, phone call, appointment, right? This is the post, getting them in there. The DM, we said not just comment and reply, but DM them. Get it to a phone call, turn it into a coffee meeting. Let that coffee meeting turn into a closing, okay? Does anyone have any questions for me? So recap, don't post for vanity, post for conversion. Focus on conversion. Will this convert? Rotate the 4 buckets. You got 4 buckets there, so rotate. Don't use the same thing all the time, okay? Every post must have a purpose. What is the purpose behind your post? All right? Post 1 item from the bucket this week. Just try it out. See what happens, right? Use video. Video is the most watched post that's in the market right now, okay? Track your DMs, track your comments, track your engagement, all right? And commit to turning at least 1 conversation into an appointment before next class, okay? Now, guys, with New World Title, I do this. Mike, do me a favor. Put a couple links up here for me. With New World Title, I do this class once a month. It's on the 2nd Tuesday of every month. Can you put the NWT training link up here? If you're not registered or you're not getting our notices and somebody told you about this class, you're going to want to go to this link right here and register so you get notifications when we're giving this class. The next link I want to send you is, Mike, can you put our community link up there for school? So Mike is going to put up a link here. This goes to our school community. Our school community is a community on the school app, SKOOL. And we've built a completely free community in there. There's some very cool courses in there that you can go through that I created. It's a light version of my academy. My academy is a paid academy. This is kind of like a light version of it. But what's important is there are almost 500 people in this community. And so there's an opportunity for networking and connection in here. Okay. And then check out our live webinars. The next link, Mike, if you could put on there, is the freedomcoaching.com, or put it to the David Adam Kurz page that registers for the same thing. So every other Thursday, I host a free coaching and training session. And so I'd love for you guys to be a big part of that. Any questions for me, you know where to find me. Title business, I'd love to do title with you. If you're not doing title with me yet, or my team, just shoot me a DM on Instagram and we'll talk more. My Instagram is Dave Adam Kurz. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.